It's the end of August and I'm looking at my patch of chard, or one of them. I don't know if you grow chard, but it's so worth it. We've all heard of spinach, and actually I find that spinach is so much more difficult to grow because it bolts really, really quickly. Whereas chard, this is rainbow chard, is just as delicious, hardier, slower to bolt, and used in exactly the same way. I love the different colours. You can see we've already cut this quite hard for our market garden stall. But what you do with chard is, you can see there's quite a big stem there and leaf, and I tend to chop up the stem into little tiny pieces, and then I put them in some oil or butter with some garlic and cook them quite slowly on the hob. And then when they've softened, at that point I would put in the chopped leaf and just give it another minute or two, maybe with a tiny splash of water or lemon juice, and it's completely and utterly delicious. Add in some fresh tomatoes, maybe some pine nuts, a bit of feta if that's your, the thing you like, and you've got yourself a really delicious dinner. And the great thing is that chard will often give you a second season. It will overwinter and come back the next year if the winter's not too hard. Give it a try. If you want to have a go at growing it, it's you just buy it in a seed packet. It's a relation of a beetroot, so the seeds look a bit like, in fact they look almost identical to beetroot seeds, so make sure you don't get them muddled up. And I would sow it in modules in the spring, probably around March in a greenhouse, more like mid-April to May if you're sowing direct outside. And you'll get these beautiful little seedlings. You can instantly see what colour the stem's going to be because the seedlings come up like that. And then I would plant out after the risk of frost, because although they can handle frost when they're mature plants, they can't handle it as seedlings. So plant out in sort of May, mid-May probably if you're in Britain, and make sure it gets plenty of water. That is the main thing. In a dry year, chard is going to sulk and not grow very big and get very burnt edges of leaves. Looking a little bit like that. That's actually not due to temperature, that one, that's insect damage. But what you want is loads of water if you possibly can, and it will reward you with these fabulous plants.